Hello everyone and happy Tuesday. We are here on Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. And as I've done once before, just for fun, I'm going to do the mini crossword here before I do the main grid for today. So if you've not done the mini before, I will put a chapter marking that you can skip to the main grid if you want to do that. But we'll get started here with the mini first. So let's dive right in. Blank Escala, Tony winning portrayer of Mary Todd Lincoln in Oh Mary. I should know this, but I don't. Tear to pieces as documents and cheese shred. Gentle prod could be a nudge. Enjoy a home cooked meal could be eat in. Sassy, I'm not sure. Enjoyed, sorry, past tense here. Snap out of it is wake up. Ladder's counterpart is shoot. Something taken by a server is an order. The real deal is legit. And the Garden of Earthly Delights is. Let's go back to the puzzle here and pick up the pieces. Coal Escala. I did not know that, so that's fine. Garden in the Garden of Earthly Delights, presumably the Garden of Eden. I don't actually know what that piece of media is. Is that a book? I should look that up. You can shred documents, or you can have shredded cheese. That's a fun clue. A gentle prod, a nudge. I got tense confused here and just misread the clue. This is enjoyed past tense, so it's ate in. For a home-cooked meal. I don't know this synonym for sassy. Pert. I guess this sense of pert must be related to impertinent, I guess. I think of pert as a sort of alert or ready at attention, that kind of thing. But maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not really sure. And then snap out of it to wake up is fine. Shoots and ladders, as in the a board game, sometimes called Snakes and Ladders. I'm not really sure. Shoots and ladders sort of mechanically makes more sense. One doesn't often go sliding down snakes. But there it is. And then legit as the real deal as an adjective there. Which is interesting because the article the in front of the real deal sort of indicates possibly a noun. But that whole phrase, the real deal, often as a descriptor for another noun, and so can be kind of an adjectival phrase. And for that, you might substitute the word legit. Anyway, so that's the mini for today by Christina Iverson. So that's a fun way to get started. I'm going to go over to the main grid now. This is a puzzle by Peter Gorman, apparently his second contribution. I did do the previous one, which I think was back in February. I don't really remember it, but this one, definitely by the number of circled entries here, looks like it's going to be some kind of theme. So let's dive into today's main grid, the puzzle New York Times Daily Crossword for July 29th, 2025. Here we go. I give up. This could be like uncle, like if you're in a fight. That's a phrase that sometimes is used to mean I give up or I surrender or stop. JFK's predecessor, was it Eisenhower? My timeline of American presidents is a little shoddy. Not sure. Golden fruit that started the Trojan War in myth was the golden apple that Paris had, and the three goddesses fought over, and Aphrodite, with her offer of the hand of Helen of Troy, was the victor in that competition. Permanent location question mark. Not sure what they're after here. Let's check some downs. Bygone world power for short, the USSR, the United Soviet Socialist Republics. Get that right? Prefix meaning 1 billionth. That would be nano, as in a nanosecond, I believe, is 1 billionth of a second. A bulky slip-on. Slip-on. Bulky, like a coat? Doesn't look like it fits. Permanent location, still not sure. Chuckle plus blank equals chortle. I think that was snort. Chuckle and snort together make chortle. Italian film star Sophia Loren. Main courses. Entrees. So what is this? Oh, the location of a permanent hairstyle, like a perm. Would be a hair salon. Bulky slip-on. A clog, like a shoe? That could be. And so what do we got here? We've got, looks like the name Oregon, sort of wrapped around in these circles here, but we'll see what that's all about when we get to the revealer. A nickname for Eleanor. I don't know what a nickname for Eleanor is. Near? No, that doesn't make sense. Huh. I'd be very interested to find out what that is. Introspective rock genre, probably emo is what they're after here. Muppet who's made guest appearances on Scrubs and The West Wing. Is this Elmo? Is it Nell? Is Nell a short form for Eleanor? El Infierno figure. El Infierno, I guess, means hell, so I guess we're looking for El Diablo here. So it looks like this is Nell. Interesting. Who said every great film should seem new every time you see it? And that would be probably Roger Ebert, given the crosses here, the longtime film critic. Maybe this is Eisenhower. Modern lead-in to coin. Oh. Is that a thing? Must be. Charged particle is an ion. Prior to now is ago. Dogecoin, eh? I seem to recall that this is maybe like a newfangled brand of cryptocurrency or something like that. I'm not really sure. Huge could be enormous. Oh, and what do we have here? Is this also Oregon? Something to do with the Oregon Trail, maybe? Suggestions could be tips. Sundry. Abbreviation. Oh, miscellaneous is another way of saying sundry. There's a phrase involving sundry, and now I don't remember what it is. Something and sundry. Be on the lookout, alert, in brief. Oh, is this an APO? I'm not totally sure about that. There's a like a police abbreviation for like all patrol, all something, all cars or all squads or something like that. I don't remember. We'll find out. Stiffly demure. Prim? Like prim and proper? Is that what we want there? I mean, if this is Oregon again, then probably. Toy brand with theme parks on 3 continents is probably Lego there, and it looks like this is going to be Oregon again. Unspoiled Paradise, we just had this in the mini, is Eden, the Garden of Eden. Studied with over, he poured over a text or something like that. APB, I guess this is going to be, because the singer is going to be Mary J. Blige here. That's my cue. I'm on. A role for Eric Estrada on TV's Chips, as well as in real life. Police something. Policeman, maybe. Quiet sound might be a sound to make someone quiet, like shh or shh, maybe that way. What is this? Hamlet's ill-fated love interest is Ophelia from Shakespeare. Mount with 4 faces that all face southeast. That's funny. Normally, if you're talking about faces of a mountain, you talk about the sides of the mountain, but in this case, they're talking about the literal faces of Mount Rushmore. Blank will get you from A to B. Imagination can take you everywhere. Statement attributed to Einstein. I guess given the LO here, we mean logic will get you from A to B, but imagination can take you everywhere. That's fun. Wide-eyed and eager could be agog. Humor with a twist could be irony. It's a pretty loose definition of irony, but sure. Composer Coleman and others. That's a lazy clue, I think. I think it's Cy Coleman. That you might say that him along with others are Cys. Why wouldn't you do Composer Coleman and Pitcher Young? Those are two Cys. Protection is an Aegis. An Aegis, I believe, was a an actual like scepter or something in mythology, in Greek mythology, but is now used by like the emergency medical services and stuff like that as their symbol. It's like a rod with like wings encircling it or something like that as a symbol of protection. Grilled Italian sandwich is a panini. Sport with mallets, polo. Mallets and, crucially, horses. A catchy song in modern lingo, a bop, I guess is what they're after here. Reason to wear a knee brace, perhaps. Not sure with a B. Setting of Switzerland's Glacier Express. I don't know, but that is a train? The Alps, I guess? Would make sense. Give the okay, approve. Old-timey photo filter, is that just sepia? Think out loud is to opine, to give your opinion. Birthplace of artist Leonardo is Vinci, literally Leonardo da Vinci of Vinci. Options for martinis. Options for martinis. Gins. Oh, what kind of gin to put in your martini? Sure. Plein air painters prop. Plein air meaning outdoor. You would likely use an easel outdoors if you're painting a landscape or something like that. A single time is once. An actor blank Patrick Harris, Neil Patrick Harris, of How I Met Your Mother and many other things, including the excellent web series Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along blog, which was created during a writer's strike. If you haven't seen Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along blog, you must see it. As of when I checked a few weeks ago, there was still a full version of it up on YouTube. Do yourself a favor, especially if you're a fan of Neil Patrick Harris and musicals. Check out Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along blog. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, could be a bad leg? That seems... Anyway, we'll see. This is the revealer here. Western City, hinted at 7 times in this puzzle circled letters. I don't know that many places in Oregon. I'm going to have to get some more crosses here. Control-Alt-Delete, a common keyboard shortcut on PCs. Infamous Roman ruler, probably looking for Nero here. Minor matter, a matter that might concern minors, is or. Holiday party pour could be nog, as an eggnog. Forwent, to forego something is to do without it. But I don't know something on here. Dorm aides for short could be RAs, resident assistants or residence assistants. Of which I was one back in my college days. Dads, pause could be. Forwent could be passed on, to do without. Okay. Is it Bend, Oregon? Is that the name of a place? They can be boosted or bruised. Egos can be boosted or bruised. Hunk of melted mozzarella, for example. Is this just a blob and this is Bend, Oregon? We'll see. What's touch and go? I don't know. Tag, I guess. The game of tag involves a lot of touch and go. Some fins, dorsals, I guess. There's a number of different fins that fish can have. Dorsal fins are one of them. Inflexible could be rigid. Be an agent for informally is to represent. Low cost in ads. Don't know. Rejoinder to a doubter. A rejoinder is just like a how do I put it in another word? Like a pushback, an argument back against, or a scolding kind of. But I don't know what they're looking for here. Handout at a busy restaurant. Handout at a busy restaurant. I don't know that either. Constantly pushing forward. If this is Oregon again, then there, let's try that. Oh, a handout at a busy restaurant. A pager. You give them a pager so you know when their table's ready. Rejoinder to a doubt where I can so. You might say to someone who says, oh, I don't think you can do that. I can so. You could argue back. This could be constantly pushing forward, could be go. Low cost in ads could be econo. That's a word that you might see in ads. And then argon or neon are both examples of an inert gas. Not a blob here then, but glob of cheese. Thor and Odin are both Norse gods. File format for a profile pic could be JPEG, sometimes spelled JPG, sometimes JPEG. Zingers could be jabs. Flippant could be sassy. Subway Series squad on scoreboards. The Subway Series is a series between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets, who both play in stadiums that are literally a subway ride apart. So with the Y at the end, we're looking for NYY, the New York Yankees. Is that right? That must be right. Adrian with Oscars, literally an Adrian who possesses or has earned some Oscars is Adrian Brody, the actor. Prefix with sail or glide is parasail, paraglide, and Burr in Hamilton is Aaron Burr. Cupid's Greek counterpart is the god Eros. Okay, so a fairly straightforward puzzle. The theme is there. You don't really need to know anything about it. I don't know, Bend, Oregon. I guess that must be a place in Oregon. But a neat way to put the letters of the word Oregon, of the name Oregon, in the puzzle 7 times, which is quite impressive. And bent in all sort of different fashions here, which is awesome. We have it sort of like up and around, and then to the right here we have up and sort of continuing upward here. This one bends left and then up. This one is bent around on itself. This one goes down and then to the right. And then this one sort of like is in a question mark formation here, which is pretty fun. So I imagine that Peter Gorman must have some connection or memory of Bend, Oregon, some fondness for the place that led him to put that into the theme for today's puzzle. But what else? There were some other cool bits of trivia and wordplay here. Always good to get a Greek myth, a couple of Greek myth clues. This one I actually haven't seen a reference to the golden apple in the crosswords since I started doing them, so it's good to see that one. This one tricked me for a while, but I did get it eventually. The location where you might get a permanent hairstyle, is a salon. What else? This little, a couple of little quotes. One from Roger Ebert, and then where was the one from? I suppose attributed to Einstein. Here, logic will get you from A to B. Imagination can take you everywhere. That's a pretty fun one as well. And this one I didn't know either. Nell as a nickname for Eleanor. Nell is also the main character's name in a little sitcom called Not Dead Yet, starring what is her name? Gina Rodriguez. I think her name is Nell Fernandez or something like that. Nell No, Torres. I don't remember. Anyway, Gina Rodriguez stars in a very charming little sitcom called Not Dead Yet, which is fun if you want to check that out. Anyway, so that. But I didn't know that it was short for Eleanor. Maybe I didn't. Anyway. What else do we have here? A mount with 4 faces, a little wordplay on faces there, which is always that's pretty fun. And what else? I don't think I've seen Bop in the puzzle before. Maybe that's a debut. I'll have to check that out and see. This one's okay. It's almost not even a pun. Quiet sound. But got that one pretty quickly. What's touch and go again? Like fairly early week kind of wordplay here, but not bad at all. And have to have your obligatory baseball entry. So there's that one. Anyway, so that's our puzzle for Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. I have a little bit more time, so I'm actually going to go back and do it. A little while ago, I was talking about an archive puzzle that I did that I quite enjoyed. A Tuesday puzzle with another fun theme, kind of like this one. So I'm going to do that one now. I may not get to uploading it today. I'll definitely upload at least this one today, and then I'll maybe upload that one a little bit later in the week because I'm not sure I'll have time to do more videos this week. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. Give it a like if you did. If you want to know when I'm posting the next one, hit subscribe. And if I missed anything that I don't get to putting in the video description, then let me know. And otherwise, we'll see you for the next one. Cheers.